Hey friends, it's Julie here, and this week I'm focusing on movement. So it's autumn, it's a time of year that is really yin, and the days are getting longer. And of course, if you follow my blog and my newsletter, then you know that autumn ends December 21st with winter solstice, which is actually the longest night of the year. So we're growing deeper and deeper yin, and that means that we need to do a lot more to stay relaxed and flexible in the body. So as you may know from my newsletter recently, that the metal element in Chinese medicine, what governs the lung and large intestine meridians, the energetic lines in the body, are what govern this time of year, autumn. So if you're wondering where are those energetic lines, it's mainly in the upper body. So shoulder openers are really key to doing this time of year. So you might be like contracting muscle with weightlifting or running or doing other activities. That's great. I'm a big proponent of doing as many activities as possible. I'm not all about yoga. But I do highly suggest that you make flexibility a big part of your repertoire. So I like to box, I like to spin, I like to do lots of activities, hiking, running, and I know that yoga is what's going to keep me healthy. So keeping the energetic lines of the upper body, the lung and large intestine, are key for this time of year. So I'm going to give you a couple ideas of what you could do to keep this energy less stagnant and moving and flowing throughout the body for optimal health and wellness. So the first shoulder opener that I want to share with you is called cow face. Check it out. I'm going to take my right arm up in the air and I'm going to focus on external rotation at the top of the upper arm bone. So moving that bone away from my face. And then I'm just going to drop my hand down my back. I like to tell people in Florida especially, pretend you're scratching a bug bite. And then reach up the back. So the other upper arm bone is going to go into internal rotation to reach up and find the bind. So if you can't bind, I want you to take a towel or a strap or tie or something in your upper arm and then drop it down and reach up as high as you can. The goal here is to bring your elbows back and in towards midline. So you can see I'm trying to work my elbow behind my head, and then I press my head into my elbow. Chin always stays parallel with the floor. So as you take the shoulder opener, take the heads of both upper arm bones back, continue to breathe deeply and evenly in through your nose and out through your nose or mouth. Draw the belly slightly in towards the spine and root down through your sits bones. I recommend staying in this shoulder opener for 10 breaths or so, and pull your fingers. So behind my back, I have what's called a gang grip. So if you weren't in a gang, then you might not know what I'm talking about. But like whenever you shake someone's hand, this is called gang grip. I like to do gang grip behind my back whenever I'm binding. And then you push and pull at the same time, kind of like Chinese fingers. And this creates a contractual energy, a yin type of energy at the same time that you're stretching. So it's really important to contract as you stretch. This is more of a yang type exercise. So of course you would do the other side, holding the other side for 10 breaths, pushing your head back and keeping the spine nice and erect and the pelvic in a neutral position. So that is the yang exercise that I'm going to suggest for this week's movement therapy. Now I'm going to give you a yin pose. So how would you hold a yin shoulder opener? I shared in the seasonal newsletter one called a reclining butterfly, where you have the soles of the feet together, your back over a prop, arms open, chest wide, holding that for 5 to 20 minutes. I'm going to share another one with you today that is really a little bit more challenging because you can feel the energy of yang whenever you're doing it, and you really have to try a little bit harder to let go of all musculature and contraction while you're doing it. So let's do it together. You're going to lie in a prone position, face down on your mat. And then from there, you're going to bring your arms in a goalpost position. So that means elbows bent at a 90-degree angle. This is one of my favorite shoulder openers that I'm going to share with you now. So squeeze the leg muscles together to begin, and then put your forehead flat down on the floor. So check out your elbows and your wrists and your shoulders. Everything's in a 90-degree angle. With your head down, you're just going to pick up your right leg, and you're going to start to bring it across midline, and you're going to feel the pressure in the front of your left shoulder. And you don't want to go too far. You can put your head on a towel here or a pillow, and I'm just going to let my head fall towards the floor because my shoulders are pretty open. And with the right leg straight, you can place the right hand on the sacrum. That's the bone on the bottom of the spine that's shaped like a downward facing triangle, like my logo. And you can turn the right palm out and squeeze the blades together to find the shape of this pose. Once you find it, you close your eyes. Oh gosh, here comes Louie. And you just commit to stillness and breathe and watch and feel the sensations in the front of the shoulder. Just breathing and letting go. Taking on the receptive qualities of yin. So I'm going to encourage you to stay here for another couple minutes. And then from there, you'll just roll back to center and switch sides. Again, being mindful of the placement of the elbow, and then rolling the back body behind you, turning your right cheek to the floor, and then the left hand to the sacrum, palm facing out, and just feeling the pressure in the front of that right shoulder. Again, whenever you do yin poses, you want to hold them for anywhere between 2 to 20 minutes. This is not one because of the delicate nature of your shoulders that you'd want to hold for that long, but definitely a good 2 minutes. So you can really get in there and open up the channels of the lung and large intestine meridians that govern the autumn season. So there you have it. Cow face pose and goalpost yin pose. So hope you had a nice Thanksgiving, and as we stay moving towards winter solstice, continue to eat your extra nuts and seeds and meat and dairy, a little bit heavier diet this time of year. And next week, I'll be sharing some life coaching advice for you. So be well.